A growing number of people are shacking up financially. Recent survey by Credit Karma shows half of coupled millennials have merged their finances with their spouse before officially tying the knot. More than a third said they had opened a joint credit card before walking down the aisle. So is all this shared money a really good idea, or is it just too darn risky? Certified financial planner Gary Abely joining us now to talk more about it. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning.
So tell me, what is behind this growing trend? Because all along I feel like we've all been told, don't share the finances, be really careful when it comes to joining your checking accounts, etc., etc.
Well, the millennial generation is more comfortable cohabitating before marriage, and also they're more comfortable sharing expenses and also sharing the income and merging their finances. And so we're seeing that trend. In fact, more than half of millennials now are cohabitating and sharing their finances, merging their households before marriage.
Okay, so for them, I guess it's more of a mindset. Should people be combining their money before they get married? Do you think that's a good idea?
Well, it's a personal choice, but it does have a lot of risks associated with it. And one of those risks is in Florida, we're not a common law marriage state. And so the risks are, if you are merging your credit card debt, for example, and you decide to split up later, you could be liable for all of that debt if your old partner doesn't have the means then to pay back that debt.
Okay, what about rewards? Because clearly there's something we wouldn't be seeing this trend.
Well, and of course the rewards are you're splitting expenses.
Yeah, which we love.
Well, yes, yes we do. And you know, for a lot of folks, it's very hard. They have student debt.
Right.
And it's necessary to combine the households just to get by with a reasonable standard of living.
So, Gary, you brought up the idea of the credit card and a possible breakup. What do you suggest to people who are in this financial situation? They're sharing credit cards, they're sharing checking accounts. What do you recommend?
Well, just like when a lot of people get married, they have a prenuptial agreement.
Sure.
We would recommend having a pre-cohabitation agreement, basically a roadmap to say, if things don't work out, how are we going to allocate our debt? How are we going to allocate our assets? It might be that one party has a house and the other party's been paying half of the mortgage. So should one party get half of the appreciation and maybe half of the principal pay down? But if you don't have an agreement, there's no protections in place in Florida for people cohabitating.
And what about your financial habits, I guess, how you like to spend? Should you bring that up? Should that be a topic of conversation before you sign up for a credit card together?
Well, just like a lot of marriages have difficulty over finances,
yes.
so do people who cohabitate. So actually, it's very important to have those conversations, to share what are your dreams, you know, what are your savings goals, what do you want for retirement assets? And so I think everything has to go on the table.
Okay.
You know, just sharing what do I make, what are my debts, you know, we all need to share.
Very true. All right, Gary, where can people find you?
They can find us at financialgroup.com.
All right, Gary, thank you so much.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Great advice, very good stuff. You can head to our website for more